Yo, what is up YouTube? And today we have a emergency video because there's a huge announcement, a huge change coming to Etheria Restart. So as you guys probably know, if you've been progressing, especially into the late game, Inferno is a very big wall for a lot of people. So Etheria Restart decided to finally respond by nerfing the health of some of the Inferno stages. So they're first nerfing Nico Nana, which is like the first shell area where you get a lot of good shells like White Fang and Gigabyte and Artisan even. Artisan's like the biggest one. And they're nerfing the HP and the speed by 10%. And they're also nerfing the damage reduction that it's getting from, I think it's the speed difference, to 60% from 90. So this will make the boss a lot squishier. It's not just a 10% health nerf. You're also taking less damage because the boss is taking less turns. And this friendly match passive nerf is huge. This is going to make the boss die a lot quicker. So you don't have to really resort to using dot units at all. And you can actually probably use your Diting and get away with it and use your Rosa and Giada and do very well on this boss now. Huge nerf. They're also nerfing Teramaton's health, just a 20% health reduction for just everything in the boss. This is a huge nerf. I honestly thought they'd do like 10 or 15%, but 20%, I think they're doing it because the only teams that are really clearing this are like the dot teams with Shadow Sonya and Lily, and like the super cheesy, like weird off-meta teams with like Ho-Yan, like baiting, like stuff like that. So they finally responded and they nerfed these two stages. I think not nerfing Doki Doki is fine because Doki Doki is like really easy comparatively to them. It's still very hard, obviously, but Doki Doki you actually can do very easily without like Lily, without Shadow Sonya. You just need like your team comp to kind of like work. Like you need like a Kazuya the Reverie and like a blue or green DPS or Messiah. Also with Aurora seems to be doable as well because there's a lot of team comps that are clearing it. So actually, if we just like look at the game here, let me just load into challenges. So the reason why they're not nerfing Doki Doki is because one, there's a lot of team comps without Lily and stuff like that. Even if you look at recent clears, there's like a ton of different team comps. Of course, there are some with Lily, especially ones that are using Messiah and Giada. But the one with Romoka, you can literally just do without Lily at all. And there's just a ton of people clearing it. A lot of people actually farm this for 2x if they spent all their stabilizers. And also for Aurora here, you're going to see that there's a pretty decent amount of units that are able to be taken into here. And honestly, like you don't really need Lily for this, although it makes it easier. Aurora is mostly going to be just like a gear check, which you can get from thresholds besides this, such as Doki Doki and Teramaton. So this is a great step in the right direction because now we'll be able to get good support gear from Doki Doki and good like decent DPS gear from Teramaton, and then we can use that gear to get into Aurora. And it's going to be the same thing for shells. For Nico Nana, this gives like probably the best shells for supports, right? Especially because you just have Artisan. This is like the best support shell. And White Fang is very good in long fights, so it's going to be good in Aurora. And you can see like they did it because pretty much every team, not every team now because a lot more people are figuring out teams, but a lot of the teams use like Lily, Shadow Sonya, and stuff like that, which is a big reason why they decided to change it because you kind of need to bring some sort of dot unit to be able to clear this. So that's why they did it. The damage reduction on this boss was crazy. With Nico Nana, once you start getting your shells from Nico Nana and upgrade them, you'll be able to do Doki Doki and Teramaton, then you'll be able to progress into Aurora, and then start being able to progress into the other shells as well, like Sharon, Shadow Flame, Ho-Yan, and also Rengo. So I think now with these nerfs, it makes like a much better, smooth progression line for a lot of people. So it's going to be an easy way, not an easy way, but an easier way for people to progress. It's not like you're just hitting a wall. Now you're going to be walking up a hill now, which is kind of what you want in a gacha game. But yeah, let me know about the changes, guys, and what you guys think about them. I think this is great from the devs. They definitely needed to nerf it. Did they over nerf it? Probably. It's probably going to be a lot easier, but it's too hard to tell until we go into it. Honestly, like Teramaton was just super tanky and just pretty impossible, but I think now it's going to be a lot more doable. Just curious what you guys think. Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video.